July 31st, 2022. 22-year-old Allyson Duckro arrives home with her mother to find ex-boyfriend James Rayl in front of her home, waiting. She immediately enters the house and alerts her father, Mitch, whom, through the door, demands Rayl leave. Insistent, Rayl begins to attempt to force his way through the door, in which Duckro's father warns and then responds with gunfire. 3 rounds were fired, striking Rayl 3 times, once in each shoulder and once in the back. With authorities already being notified by Allyson prior to the gunfire, once they arrived, they pronounced Rayl deceased at the scene. Beyond this is the confession of both daughter Allyson and father Mitch Duckro of what occurred on that day. I will allow you, the viewer, to decide where and if there are villains in this study at all.
Alright, my name's Angie. I'm an investigator here, and I just want to talk to you about what happened today, okay? If you need to take a break during any of this, just let me know. Do you need to use the restroom or anything? Okay. If you'd like to have that water, you most certainly are welcome to it. Alright. Anytime we interview anybody, we just kind of go over your Miranda rights. It doesn't mean that we think you're in trouble. It's just so that you know that you have rights and what they are. Let's just kind of start off from the beginning. What happened today?
You want like my whole day or just...
Yep, go ahead, we'll start your whole day.
Me and my mom met my mom's friend for breakfast.
Okay.
And we were there from like, I want to say like 9 to like 10:45 probably.
Okay, where'd you have breakfast?
Perkins.
Here in Sydney?
Yeah. And then we dropped her off.
Where does she live?
Oh goodness, she lives over by the fairgrounds.
Okay.
I don't know her like actual address.
That's okay, just by the fairgrounds?
Yeah, by the fairgrounds.
Okay.
And then after we dropped her off, we went to the Speedway that's over by that little mini Pizza Hut. I don't know that address either.
That's okay. You're probably talking to the person with the worst addresses in the county, so.
That's how my mom is.
By the Dollar General?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And then I think we pulled into the driveway after that. I went like 10:59 or 11, like on the nose, because I was like, wow, I was there for 2 hours.
Okay, so you got into the house, and then what happened?
As soon as I got up to the door and was walking inside, that's when he got out, and I seen him walking up, so I slammed the door really fast, and I locked it. And I told Mom and Dad, so Mom yelled downstairs and got Dad upstairs for us.
Okay, so Dad was downstairs?
Yeah, he was in the basement.
You have like a finished basement?
Yeah.
Okay, like
That's the whole
family
area.
room? Dad's cave?
Yeah.
Okay. So then Dad came upstairs? Does he know why he's coming upstairs at that point?
She said James was here.
Okay.
And he already had told Clay that he didn't want James back at the house.
Okay. When you were dating James, did Mom and Dad like him? Did they get along with him?
They have, yeah.
He was respectful of them?
Yes, very, very nice. Never did anything to make him be like, you know.
Did James get along with his family?
With his mom and his stepdad, yeah. I'm not sure about his biological dad.
Okay,
Because
so his mom
I
and
know
dad
they
are
were
divorced?
separated, yeah.
Okay. Do they live in Sydney as well?
I think his mom and stepdad do. I don't know about his dad.
Okay. What's his mom's name, do you know? If you don't remember.
I don't. I'm sorry. It's been a couple.
So they live in Sydney. He got along with Mom and stepdad, but not so much Dad?
Yeah, as far as that's what it came off as when he was always talking about him.
Okay. And your family, he was always respectful of them?
Yeah. Very nice.
Do you know how he acted when he was told, possibly by Clay, that they really weren't comfortable with him being there?
No.
Clay didn't tell you
No, but
anything?
he's not a talker anyway.
Okay,
So.
okay. Keeps everything to himself?
Yeah.
Okay, so Dad comes upstairs. Where is your downstairs door? I didn't go off of your house. So if you come in
the garage door and all, I don't know.
If you go in the back sliding glass doors?
Yeah, so we're in that little room where the sliding door is.
Mm-hmm.
And then you go out to where the living room is, and there's that little hallway right there.
Okay.
The garage door is right here.
Okay.
And that little chute where the laundry room is, and then the basement door is right there, right next to it.
All right. So he came upstairs.
Yeah.
And then what happened?
And then I I kept looking at Mom. I was like, I'm just gonna call the cops. I was like, I don't wanna deal with it. I was like, there's no use. He's not gonna listen. She's like, no, don't do that. Don't do that. And then we tried talking to him through the ring a couple times, and he just like had his head down, his hand behind his back. And Dad's like, well, I don't like that.
Did he knock at first, or was he just standing?
He kept ringing the doorbell.
So he did keep ringing the doorbell? Yes. Okay.
And once the ring doorbell rings, when you start talking to it, it just starts recording.
Okay.
So you can hear Dad and Mom both, because I was like, I don't want to talk to him. Saying, hey man, like, she doesn't want to talk to you. It's best if you just leave for right now. If she wants to reach out, she will. And he just stood there and kept ignoring him. So then Dad went out through the garage, and he didn't go around the corner or anything. He just stood there and was like, hey man, trying to get him to answer, and nothing. And then he started to fiddle with the door handle.
Okay.
And Dad's like, I don't like that. So he goes and gets his gun just in case.
And where does Dad keep his gun?
In his bedroom, I believe. I think it's in the nightstand next to his side, but I'm not positive.
Okay.
So he's standing there, we're still talking to him through the ring, saying, hey, you need to stop. And he's like really busting on the door. So Dad goes over and starts holding it shut. But I don't even know how, because you saw my dad, I hope he's a big man. He starts like overpowering my dad, and I'm just like, okay.
So your dad's on the other side of the door physically holding it shut?
Oh, I was already on the phone with 911 at this point. I forgot that.
That's okay.
And she's trying to get my information. Dad's holding the door. Mom's freaking out. And then, like, I don't know how he broke the glass of the door, but he, like, broke the glass. The door frame, whatever that's called, the jamb or whatever, splits off. He's starting to get in. And then I freak out and I go run and hide because I didn't know what to do.
Before that, were you all in the living room?
Yeah, we were all standing right there next to the fireplace. Me and Mom were.
Okay.
Over here. He's still at the door. I didn't even see when he shot or anything. I just heard it. I literally hit most of the time.
That's okay. I probably would have done the same thing. Do you know if he was on any drugs, or has he ever done any drugs that you know of?
He has done drugs.
Okay. Do you know what his drug of choice is?
He liked to do acid a lot.
Okay.
Back then. I don't know about recent, because he moved out to California not too long ago and then came back, so I don't know if he like started something while he was out there.
Gotcha. When did he come back? How long has he been back in town, do you know?
I want to say maybe a year.
Okay.
It's not too long, but not like recent either, but...
How long was he living out there?
Maybe about a year also.
Okay. So back then when you were dating him and kind of friends with him, acid was his...
Acid and weed, and I don't know what else he did other than that.
Was he ever on meth or heroin or anything that you know of? Okay.
I don't think he would have told me because he knew I didn't like it.
Right. And that was his car that he was driving that you know of?
Last time I saw him driving a car, he had a red car.
Okay.
So I don't know about...
That's fine. And then you guys just kind of went outside once...
Yeah, they had us go sit out in the back.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'm really sorry that this happened to you today. This is not how anyone wants their days to go, for sure. Is there anything about him that you think we should know, about his personality? Has he ever threatened anybody before? Was he like a fighter?
I thought he was always very nice. I mean, he worked out all the time. I don't know if he did any boxing or anything. I don't know.
Okay.
But yeah, he was okay in high school, but then after he came back from California, he just was different.
And I was called in from home about this, okay? I can't imagine what you're going through right now, you and your family, okay? Our main purpose today for this interview, okay, the reason why we separate you is just to kind of cover our bases and to just kind of get a line of events of what occurred, okay?
I understand.
So if you would, I understand, were you aware of the text messages that James had sent your daughter last night?
Was not.
Okay, so your daughter did not share those with you?
No.
Okay, all right. Or it wasn't text message, I'm sorry, voicemail.
That I just now heard about when he was standing at the door.
So you weren't aware of it?
I probably wouldn't let her leave yesterday, or this morning.
Okay. So let's go to this morning, okay? We'll just start from the time you woke up, okay? What happened?
Make the coffee, got the cup, go down on my computer, like I do every weekend. get on Facebook, and I was watching some Netflix. When they were leaving to go to breakfast, they said bye, and
Where'd they go to breakfast at?
Perkins, I believe.
Okay, just
Yeah.
so it was just you, your wife, and your daughter in the residence?
Yes.
All day today? Okay. And do you remember what time they went to Perkins by chance? Roundabout?
9-ish.
Okay. And you stayed home alone?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. And then, go ahead.
I started watching a Netflix movie.
Okay.
About halfway through it, the dogs barked. I figured they were home. So I paused that and was walking up the steps. About halfway up, and Stacy's standing there. She's like, "You expecting somebody?" And I'm like, "No, why?" I kind of don't remember as far as they said it was James maybe, but I didn't hear James because I didn't know who it was. I was like, I wasn't expecting anybody. He was just standing there at the door ringing it. I think he rang the bell.
So how long, so your wife and your daughter arrived back from Perkins, okay?
He pulled in right behind him.
Okay, so did they come in that same front door? Or did they enter the garage, or do you remember?
I think they came in the front
Okay.
door.
So they came in back in from breakfast, and then when they shut the door, did they lock it, I'm assuming?
They always lock it.
Okay. And how long, when they went in the house, until James showed up on your front porch, do you think?
I wasn't up there when he wasn't there. When I got up there, he was already at the door.
Okay. So you were down the basement, or?
Yeah.
Okay. And then you heard him come home, and then you came upstairs?
Right.
When they came home, and your wife asked if you were expecting anybody? Okay.
I don't know if they knew who it was, or maybe they did.
Okay.
Maybe they weren't sure.
Okay.
I don't know.
Okay.
But as soon as Ellie got freaked out because probably what happened, and the voicemail or whatever, knew something wasn't right, and I started getting nervous, because he wasn't answering. They was talking over the ring, telling him to leave. She don't want to talk to you.
Was that over like the phone, or?
I think they were using.
Or were they just yelling through the door?
I think it was through the phone.
Okay.
Through the ring.
Okay.
It's got the voice thing. And they were. You have to bear with me.
You're fine. You're fine.
They were just doing everything they could to make sure that he would leave, and that we didn't want him here. And I ended up going around to the garage door, opening it up, and walking around, and he's just standing there with his head down. And I said, "James," I don't know exactly what I said. I know I said his name. You need to leave or something like that. But he wouldn't acknowledge me. Didn't even budge. That made me kind of nervous.
So you opened the main garage door?
The house garage door.
Okay.
And I walked around.
You walked around to the front porch and said, "James, you need to leave."
Yeah.
Okay.
You need to go or leave or something. And
he didn't acknowledge you or
didn't
anything?
move like I wasn't there.
Okay, so what happened?
That's when I got nervous, and I went back in, shut the garage door, made sure he didn't sneak in. So it's shut. Went in, got my 9.
Where was that at?
On my side of the bed in the nightstand.
Okay, was it in a drawer?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you always keep it fully loaded just for personal protection, or? Okay. Do you know what kind of bullets you had in the gun?
Self-defense.
Just like ball ammo, or was it like
It
a hollow point?
was hollow point.
Okay.
Plastic, I believe, maybe.
Okay. All right. Okay. And then after you grabbed your gun from your bedside table, what happened?
I went back out, and they were still trying to get him to leave, and he wouldn't leave. And as soon as I was standing there was debating on whether to call 911. I said, "Do it."
Where were you guys standing at?
Right there by the table.
The kitchen table?
Yeah,
Okay.
the big one. Kind of in that opening there. There was a little bit more towards the bedroom. I said, "Call them. I want somebody to get here, and they can take care of this and get him out of here." But then I noticed all that talking, they wouldn't acknowledge, and I saw him starting to jiggle the handles and stuff, seeing if it was locked, and that's when I went up to the door. And, kind of wanted to make sure he didn't force his way in.
So while he was jiggling the handle, you went up to try to hold the door shut?
I'm pretty sure I was telling him to stop and leave and get off my porch or something. But I had my 9 in my hand, at this hand, and then he started hitting it with his shoulder pretty hard to where we saw what he did eventually. And once I realized he was getting in and the door was open is when I shot.
Okay. Did you shoot through the door?
I
or
shot
through the window?
Through the window part of the door because the door was open and he was coming in.
So he was pushing his way in and you shot.
I had my socks on, so I didn't have no grip.
Was he kind of pushing you back as you were trying to hold him?
He was moving me.
Okay.
That's when at first I was trying to shoot, but my clip wasn't in.
Okay.
And then I freaked out and I finally did another rack, and then he was pushing hard, and that's when the gun fired. I think 3 times.
Do you know if that firearm's registered in your name, Mitch?
I don't think it is. I got it from Stacy's dad.
Stacy's dad? Okay.
And he went into the home and...
Okay. So he just gave it to you, or did you buy it?
He wanted me to have all this
Okay.
stuff.
Do you know Stacy's dad's name by chance?
Gregory Cole.
Okay. And then the only reason why I ask is because when we run the serial number, I just didn't know if it was going to come back to you or whoever.
It should be under his name.
Do you know if you bought it from a store or if you got it from somebody else?
I imagine he got it at the store.
Okay. Is there anything else you'd like to talk about, Mitch?
Just be over with, but I know we got to do it.
Like I said, today we're just trying to cover our bases, okay? And that's why we just want to talk to you each separately, just to try to get each one of your stories and go from there, okay?
So we did everything we could to get him to leave.